can have the best workout program, best nutrition plan, but if your mindset is shit, there's no chance you're gonna succeed. But if you have a great mindset, a shitty ass workout program, the worst fucking meal plan, you're gonna succeed on an extremely high level, because the person with a great mindset, great attitude, openness to learn, the ability to actually absorb from coaches, the ability to actually pivot when they hit a wall, these people have the right mindset, the growth mindset, and they can have the worst fucking plan. They're gonna run with it, put in the effort, and just because they're putting in the right amount of effort, they're gonna find their way every single time. There's a lot of people who are only looking for a workout program, only looking for a nutrition plan. You can give them the best of everything, just because their mindset shit and their self-talk during the workouts shit, their ability to succeed is very shit, very low. So finding someone who can change the way you look at your workouts, change your reality in terms of how you see certain things, your fears about going to a specific equipment, your fears about walking into a gym, how people perceive you, how to break down those fears into small little baby pieces and approach it such that your reality shifts. The biggest, strongest guys are generally the nicest ones, or just the most kind-hearted, most giving ones. Just a little tip. So the majority of people's insecurities with regards to gym is generally false. I've seen it so many times where I want a meal plan, I want a workout program. You give it to them and you just sit, you just wait and realize they fall and they slip and they don't follow through with it. And they don't want to get coaching or help. Most people know how to use the equipment. Most people do. When I started, I didn't have no YouTube videos. I had a machine with a fucking picture on the machines. I had to use those instructions in terms of how to use the fucking equipment. I asked people around me in the gym. I got comfortable that way. I found the right people, the right mindset. They gave me the right tips and cues. I looked for high performers and I asked them what they knew. I took what they thought and their ideas. It made sense, but just because something makes sense doesn't mean it's the right way to operate. So I took it and I cross-referenced with other high performers. And I realized all the high performers spoke a certain way. They still operate the same fucking way. The general workout program is generally the same. The nutrition is generally the same. And I've heard this 1,000 times. I hear this all the time. Sam, I don't subscribe to macros. I don't fucking say you should subscribe or not. Some of you guys out there know how much I stare at nutrition. Almost every single day I'm reading something from nutrition. In my 15 years, don't you think I'm gonna find the most effective, simplest, and fastest way to get results? It's macros. It's not my opinion. This is it. It's like someone saying, oh, I don't agree with principles. It's principles. This is just how the universe operates. You don't have to disagree or agree with it. This is just how it is. So when people say, I don't really want to do macros, and everyone who doesn't do it just fucking slips. Because their attitude towards it is wrong. Or again, they might have macros have done it, but their approach to understanding in terms of how to approach it is incorrect. Some people don't even realize that it takes about 6 weeks to 2 months, so 8 weeks, to actually begin to see results. And because they don't see results, they sabotage too quick. You need someone to kind of guide you through those steps. Kind of be like, listen, you're doing good, or you know what, you should not be thinking too negatively about that specific thing. A very, very, very good example is just like how wisdom can really help, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need fucking coaching. Is it good or bad to train at night, for example? I've heard both. I've heard people say it's a terrible idea to train at night. I heard people say it's a great idea to train at night. I'm gonna give you both cases where they both sound right. You don't want to train at night because it's gonna keep you up. Your heart rate's elevated and it's gonna be hard for you to go to bed. I heard other people say it calms your nervous system down, it grounds your emotions, and it makes you feel a lot more relaxed. They both sound fucking right. So who's right? Because everything depends on everything. For your case, it might be different. For example, okay, do I train at night or not? Did you train in the morning? No, I didn't. But do you need to get that workout in? Yeah. Okay, how much sleep are you gonna get? No, not much. Okay, so it depends. Are you stressed? Yeah, probably get that workout in. Well, how hard? Not as hard. Okay, cool. Well, do I eat carbs at night? Do I not eat carbs at night? Depends. Are you trying to gain weight or lose weight? Well, I don't know. Is it processed carbs or not processed carbs? I don't know. How much sleep are you gonna get? I'm not gonna get much sleep. Okay, have a certain amount of carbs, not too much, so it can kind of calm you down, and then go to bed. But some people don't even eat carbs. It really depends. Should you eat carbs at night? Should you not eat carbs? How hydrated are you? These are all certain things that a coach, when they come in and when you go through the blueprint, the understanding of it, it's gonna make fucking sense. But right now, all this jibber jabber jargon doesn't make fucking sense. You need someone to kind of guide you through the process and kind of give you an idea in terms of your lifestyle and how to approach it. Another very, very good example is like, it's happening in COVID. I don't have a gym. Well, train with body weight. Or I'm traveling. Okay, train with your body weight. Well, I have nothing to do. Do sprints outside, or go to a park, do pull-ups and dips, or do it in your room. Well, I don't have the equipment for. I don't have like a squat rack. Okay, use dumbbells. Like, there's many ways you can approach it. You can train certain things. By the time you come back to the gym, you're better. This happens to a lot of martial artists. They are so focused on martial arts, they don't realize strength is not even, like, it's a huge advantage. I just helped a fucking guy in the gym. This guy's a fucking savage. You tell him one thing, he runs. He's one out of those every 100 where you tell him something, he's absorb it, and he's gonna run with it. He did. He sprinted. This kid fucking sprinted. He had a fight, and he's like, Sam, a lot of guys that are I was fighting against are bigger, stronger. They looked more muscular. They looked more muscular. They looked stronger. But when I put my hands on them, fuck, they were just, I just manhandled them. I didn't even use any technique. And then when I used technique, this guy beat everyone in fucking 30 seconds, first round, done, and won. He does a basic blueprint for strength training. Nothing massively overly complicated. He's learning how to squat and deadlift as a foundation. He tracks his macros. He feels fucking great. He started doing sandbag workouts outside because he fucking is vibing high. He's lean now. Strength is this huge fucking advantage. And when you have the right mindset, the approach to it, with the right blueprints, workout from nutrition, with the right mindset that gets you through any circumstance, any place, anytime, gym, home, office, or outside, you're able to train in those states, you're always going to vibe high. Don't you want to vibe high? Don't you want to feel good and look good for the rest of your fucking life? It's about this. If you have that approach and you understand there is no real end goal, once you get to the body, it's about just vibing high every single fucking day. And you have the option. Let's get real. Food, fuck, fight, flight. Family, finance, friends. That's all the S. Finance and friends and family. If you're vibing high, it's more of an advantage for that. Food, fuck. I mean, let's get real. If you're ugly as fuck, you're out of shape, fuck is gonna be horrible. If you're ripped and lean and jacked the shit, your cardio's off the roof, you're gonna be fucking all night. Promise. Multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Who? Professional. Be professional. Okay, cool. Food, fuck, fight, flight. If you're stressed, you're not gonna be able to fucking do anything in life. You're just gonna be fucking triggered. But you want to tap into the anaerobic system. You want to tap into the aerobic system, which is the fight and the flight. Once you tap into those, you're going to be grounded in all levels. Your neurological system, your cardiovascular system, all fucking systems is going to be relaxed and strengthened as a whole, and you're going to just be a better person as a whole. I've never met a single fucking person on this planet that's like, you know what? I like that person weak. I like him weak. Girls, I like my man weak. Come on. What fucking advantage is that? No one's advantage. Being stronger gives you advantage in terms of being more confident. I don't see racism at all. I don't want to go down this whole rabbit hole, but it is connected to mindset. Because if you're not really intimidated by anyone else around you, and you're able to go into a gym and just train and be fucking just focused on vibing you're not worried about jealousy. You're not worried about other people. You see everyone just, they're having a rough day. But when you train hard and heavy, you tap into the higher frequency state, you're vibing high all the time. Then you're just that positive force, which influences the people around you by just conducting yourself the way you should be. Literally that simple. So if you're stuck with your workouts, find someone with the right mindset who's training all the fucking time. It can be done on a low budget. It can be done on a very high budget. Either both I can fucking find an excuse. Someone with the fucking filthy rich affluence is very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. People are way too comfortable. Someone who's actually poor, that fucking like $100 to them will mean so much more to them, and their back is against the wall. And they're gonna succeed. The problem is not the meal plan. It's like, how can I get that extra meal in? Well, how much time do you have? Well, I literally have maybe an hour drive to the gym. I can get a meal in there. So what do you eat? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Everyone's fucking different. Everybody's fucking different. And when you hit the macros, if you're not changing your body weight, what are you gonna do? Quit? No. You're gonna adjust it. How much? This still takes practice. It takes about 5 shots to get it really right. Because if you're not really tracking your macros and you're kind of just using your instincts are already fucked. It's what's got you into trouble to begin with. It's either your blueprints off for your workout, your blueprints off for nutrition, either a one or two. You can be right one day with your workout, wrong with nutrition, and you cover from nutrition, you're right with nutrition, wrong with your workout, back and forth, and you're trying to figure it out, and then you realize it's all wrong. When in reality, someone comes in, it's like, just fix out one or two things, everything else is fine, stay consistent, life happens, negativity happens, you don't really see the results in the mirror. He's like, don't worry, keep going, keep going. And then boom, once you see the results consistently, I fucking promise, your life is going to change. You have the ability to tap into higher energy states, which is going to change your mindset in terms of everyday life. You're positive. The idea that people don't want to train is fucking just lunacy to me. I was out the other day, I ran into a guy. I had to call him out. Because this is what I mean by mindset's fucked. This guy kept telling me excuses why he can't train. He's like, you have no idea. I work in a restaurant. It's really fast. I work as a line cook. I'm like, cool. So did I. Excuses. I don't have time. Everything was an excuse, but I was his answer. I was like, dude, I worked as a line cook, getting 3 hours, 45 minutes a fucking day, training multiple times a day. I told him I started moving to Montreal and getting a job in the kitchen. And he didn't ask me, how did you fucking do it? He didn't want to fucking know. So I had to look him straight in the face. Bro, you have an ego problem. There's an issue. It's not the fact that he's not succeeding. It's because I have the answer right in front of him. I walked his path, and he's refusing to answer. He was a bitch. He was a fat bitch. Definition. He didn't want to admit it. He was soft. And I was kind of like at a party, so I had to kind of like ruin his fucking day. But I literally had to like tell him. Very polite. Very, very. I'm not going to ruin his fucking day completely. But I had to tell him. Because there was a lot of lies. People's mindset's just fucked up. Their idea of what's possible, what's not possible, a lot has to do with what they eat, how they train, the intensity between the workouts. A lot of people need to just be more intense nowadays, and they're not. And once you understand how to be intense, what the workouts, what weights to use, how to climb up, how to hit a record, how to track your wins in your workouts, how to be proud of your wins daily, and stay consistent. And focus on long view. Don't focus on short run, because you're not gonna fucking get any. You might get pride in terms of short-term wins, but you're gonna be taking more pride in the fact that you won't fucking quit, regardless of any fucking circumstance. Because you can make the excuse of your job. I've heard that excuse so many fucking times. But you're gonna be wondering why you look like a sack of shit, out of shape, overweight, no respect. Your wife doesn't want to fuck you anymore. You have no sex drive anymore. In reality, it's because you made that excuse a long time ago that it can't be done. Period. You didn't want to get help because you have an ego problem. Chances are there's many fucking coaches, a lot. Most people are willing to spend multiple times on multiple cars that they won't invest on themselves once. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. I know, just a bit of a rant, lots of love. I know it's a bit hard truths at the end. Focus on your mindset. Get your mindset right. Find a coach who has the right mindset to get you to the next level, who's consistent all the time, and they'll find a lot of things in between the cracks which you will not see.